Hi, I'm Cam Gray, the president of Excimex, your partner in integrated pest management. We've all had unwanted and uninvited pests. The question is, what attracts them? What encourages them to stay? And what can we do as a team to eliminate them? We're going to look at 6 common household pests and then focus on a proven management method based upon teamwork, training, tools, and tactics. It's called integrated pest management. Uninvited pests. We've all had them. They're not going anywhere. They have survived for millions of years. But we can control or manage them by understanding them. How do they find us? What are they looking for? Why do they stay? And what can we do? When they do show up, they really have no reason to leave. So what makes our home or our office or our apartment so inviting? What is it that just keeps them hanging around? It's really quite simple. We provide them all the things that they want and need: food, water, and shelter. The study of insects, rodents, and other household pests is fascinating. There is an entire field of study devoted to understanding them. We'll cover that in another online class or presentation. But for now, let's meet the 6 most common uninvited household pests. The common bedbug. They've been around for millions of years. The Romans and the Greeks had problems with them. The Romans even named them Cimex lectularius, the bug that rests. They're blood feeders, and their food source is you and me. They hide about 90% of the time, only coming out to feed. They can tell if you're in the room just by your breathing and your body heat. If you have clutter, they'll find it. The German cockroach. We've all seen them and perhaps lived with them. They do produce an allergen which will aggravate respiratory problems. They transmit disease. They reproduce very rapidly. Trash, garbage, newspapers, pet food, and standing water are the prime sources of food, water, and shelter. Thus, it's very important to make sure that tubs and sinks are drained and dry before going to bed. Also, don't leave pet food out and unattended. This becomes a magnet for cockroaches. The American cockroach, sometimes known as the water bug. They're reddish in color and about 1.5 inches long. You can't miss them. Spoiling food, pet food, crumbs, and clutter will attract them. Water is the prime attractant. Leaky pipes, standing water in tubs, sinks, and drains, and potted plants. If you're having problems with plumbing or leaking pipes, contact your building manager. The common housefly. There are literally thousands of species of flies. Garbage, decaying food, animal droppings, residue in the bottom of beverage bottles, all will attract them. Flies present a health and sanitation risk, but can also have a very serious negative economic impact upon entire communities. Many beach communities have had to close their public areas because the infestation is so bad. Swarms of flies are a very, very serious matter, and control of flies requires a team effort. Rodents. Here are 2 examples: the house mouse and the roof rat. They're nature's acrobats. They can run, climb, hide, and seek. Food and water. You name it, they'll eat it or drink it. They can be very destructive. There are cases of house fires due to them eating the insulation away from electrical conduit. They transmit disease. With cooler weather, they'll find cracks and crevices to come into your home and start a family. They are very, very aware and clever and can detect and avoid traps and poison baits. Only trained pest management specialists can effectively and legally manage these pests. We've covered a lot of information, so let's look at those things that we do and should not do that attract and encourage household pests to stay. Here's the common key, the one element that attracts, protects, feeds, and sustains household pests. It's called clutter. If you have it, they will find it, and you will regret it. If we provide a source of food, water, and shelter, they will have no reason to leave. And guess what? They won't leave. If we ignore deep cleaning, the pest will not ignore it. Pests are survivors. The traditional method of pest control was to use a lot of pesticides and spray everything. That method just doesn't work. Insects and pests adapt. They become immune to pesticides. They become stronger and more aggressive. There are a lot of over-the-counter products available. Most of these are basically repellents and have no residual pesticides. When used, pests will actually scurry away and seek deeper hiding places. This makes it very difficult for pest management professionals to find them, properly identify them, and effectively eliminate them. There has got to be a better way, and there is. It's called Integrated Pest Management, or IPM. It began in the agricultural industry, and we have since adapted it to be used in urban and residential settings. It's very simple and represented by the three legs of the triangle: common sense, science, and basic housekeeping. IPM can best be described by what we like to call the T4 process: teamwork and training, tactics and tools. The triangle on the left represents the team: management, your building manager or your landlord; the residents, that's you; the pest management professional, that's me. The graphic on the right represents the tactics and the tools of IPM. So, the IPM goals are the same for all of us: a safe and healthy place to live, and improved quality of life. Eliminate the clutter, eliminate the food and water, and you eliminate the uninvited pests. In summary, we have met 6 of the most common uninvited household pests. We've learned a little about their behavior and what they're looking for: food, water, and shelter. We talked about what doesn't work. Pesticides alone will not manage or solve the problem. We introduced a proven method based upon teamwork that does work: integrated pest management. We reviewed team goals to eliminate clutter, eliminate the food and water, and you eliminate the bugs. Our goal: a safe and healthy place to live. So let's tie it all together. Take just a minute to review this graphic. This represents the IPM team, and it's really pretty simple: 3 P's and 3 C's. Look at the green highlighted areas on the left. They're the legs of the IPM triangle. The 3 C's highlighted in pink at the top tie it all together. Communicate. This is the key. Tools include training videos like this, inspections, feedback, work order, verbal communication, and community meetings. Cooperate. It's a team effort. We all have the same goals: a safe and healthy place to live. And compliance. Those policies and standards. If we communicate clearly, cooperate willingly, then the results will be community compliance. So in conclusion, your building management team will go into further detail with those policies and procedures within your building, the standards and what is expected, compliance and requirements, and assistance. If you need assistance in eliminating clutter or housekeeping, speak to your management team. On behalf of the Excimex team, thank you. We're proud to be your partner in integrated pest management.